Ships and treasures, snowflakes and reindeers. You are now tuned in to the Disney Holic Show.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Holic Show. That's Myke TV.
And that's Jan Diz.
In today's episode, we set sail on the Disney Treasure with Myke's grand review of his magical voyage. Then we get festive with my take on Jolly Holidays with Noah Sunday Lefkowitz. Let's have a quick thankful shout out to Noah for having a long name because I had to improv the rest of the intro that was a little short there. So that worked out well.
I love Noah's name and I love it being said in full each time. It deserves it.
Right? It worked out. It was great.
The
Oh
gravitas.
my gosh. Myke, I am so jealous of your travels and adventures. You just got back from the Disney Treasure. What the heck? I'm actually, this is probably the
Ooh.
most jealous I've been of any of your Disney trips.
Oh my gosh, I do like to make people jealous if I can. Okay, so I did just get back from the Disney Treasure very maritime cruise sailing out of Port Canaveral here in Florida. And if you can't tell, I'm a little stuffy because I also got that infamous cruise cold right at the tail end of the 7 night adventure. And it is what it is, right?
Boo.
That's the consequences. Yeah, it could have been worse. I feel okay, but yeah, I do have a cold. But it is also winter season and Christmas is upon us. And this was my first time taking a maritime cruise. Now, the very maritime cruise, similar to the cruise you and I went on for Halloween, is all dressed up for the holidays. And there's some Christmas activities and seasonal things mixed in throughout the itinerary. And can you believe this? I just got the pun like on day 6 of this cruise.
What pun of what?
A very maritime cruise,
I didn't get it either until right now.
right? So clever. Maritime.
The only
Maritime.
reason I even know that is because of Maritime Hall, where we used to go to raves
Well, there you go.
in
Is
San
it near the
Francisco.
bay? Yeah, there you go. It was near the bay, and that's where the ships probably needed to go in. Ships back and forth, maritime. Maritme, I think it's spelled. So, anyways, um, got to see Santa
I mean,
multiple
they better have
times.
Santa there.
I didn't even think of it, to be honest. I didn't even think that I would expect him. And lo and behold, I'm like walking through the atrium and he's just down there on his throne with a queue of people. I got so excited and it made me feel like, okay, this is a Christmas cruise. Yeah, so my first time doing this Christmas version.
Was he throwing some back at the 18 and over?
Ooh, nope. Yeah, everyone had to line up in the same queue. Santa has no age preferences. Thank you very much.
I love it.
No
I love it.
preferential
Okay.
treatment.
Very cool. So Santa was there.
Santa was there. And what's that? Oh my gosh. Iceberg ahead. Okay, we don't want to say that on a ship, but I gotta say that the Disney Treasure is probably, or my trip report, I'll say this, my trip report to you and the Disneyholics and our fellow Disneyholics is just an iceberg because this ship and this concept and what it has to offer is so massive. I can't even squeeze it into 3 episodes, 4 episodes, let alone I haven't done everything on it. Plus, there's going to be a bigger version at some point with you and I having to talk all about it when we go together,
Oh,
which
is there? Okay.
which reminds me that I do need to tell you we need to get on the Disney Treasure together before September 2026
Why before
because
then?
I had a placeholder cruise from the previous cruise that's still active and it gives us 10 to sometimes 25% off.
Oh, that's good when you're talking cruise money.
There you go. There you go. Talking cruise money. Speaking of cruise money and Disney math, quick tangent side note for you, specifically for you, that I've been thinking about is okay, if I were to offer you an experience, like what's your favorite attraction?
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. So if I were to say, okay, for let's say $400 a night, um, you get to um spend 3 hour cocktail hour inside in a very immersive haunted mansion, and then it also comes with your place to sleep and everything when you're ready for bed. So,
Okay.
and it's only 400 a night, and you could stay up to like 7 nights. And to help with this offering, when you're not in the immersive experience, you also, by the way, get like breakfast and lunch.
That's a no, it was not a good sales pitch.
Oh shoot.
No, because you're
Oh
only
shoot.
giving me like something I'm actually excited about for 3 hours out of every day and being locked on a boat for 7 days. You got to work
Oh
on that
shoot.
pitch.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta reverse it. What I was trying to get down with is I would go on the treasure just for the Haunted Mansion
Oh,
parlor.
I love that.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
where I was trying to get. Everything
That's
else,
cool.
especially for a Haunted Mansion fan, like you'll just
Yeah.
die. Um, so yeah, so that alone to me is worth the price of the Disney cruise. And it's not like it's that much more expensive because it's the newest ship. So just thinking of a Disney price cruise price tag, to me, that one lounge, the Haunted Mansion parlor, worth it.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
big statement.
Yep. And so there's the Disney math. If anyone out there is not sure if you want to go on the treasure, but you're a Haunted Mansion fan, I hope this helps tip you over it. Another thing, local departure. So I mentioned we left out of Port Canaveral, which is local to me now, living in Winter Garden, Orlando. It's like about an hour drive, our Uber ride. Such a game changer for a cruise. You have no restrictions on what you need to pack based on an airplane restriction anymore.
Oh,
So like I was able to pack like my whole bag of Celsius, all the things I normally would want to take on a trip that I can't because of the plane, because I like to do carry on. You don't have to worry about it. And then in reverse, dangerously, you could buy everything that you see on the ship, including large items that you would not normally take with you on a plane. So yeah, there's a really nice side, and this includes guests. So my mom is the one who joined me on this cruise. Um, Although she flew from Arizona, she got to repack and reorganize her like cruise travel bag in the days leading up to us going on the ship. So game changer, let me tell you, right there. Even there's more I would have brought. Like I would have brought waters. I don't know why I didn't think of water. I brought all the Celsius and things like that, and full size versions of things that I needed toiletry wise. Just those little creature comforts. Now, there's so much to talk about, but let's start with something you and I uh, thought was really good. I remember when we talked about both the fantasy and the wish is how good the food is on these Disney
mm-hmm.
cruise ships. So I have some notes on dinner. It didn't start out perfectly because on night one, we ended up being sat with a group which I didn't think they did still since COVID, but apparently they still do put pairs together. And now here's the thing, the other two pairs were very nice that we were sitting with, and they were also uh child and mother trips. It was a daughter and a mom, and then me and my mom, all adults, all adults. And so I was not happy because I thought we were going to have private seating, and I don't know, 7 nights, that's just a long time. And here's where it was so awkward was the person who was walking us to our table was telling us in real time as we were walking to the table, "Hey, I'm not sure if the request went through for private, but we'll usually find out when we get to the table."
Oh,
Like, what? Why are you doing this to me? Like,
yeah, I always feel like that's kind of a 50-50 gamble, right? Like the whole idea of getting locked in with your servers even then? Like, what if your servers aren't very good?
Yes,
Like, not
yes.
even like not good at their job, but like not friendly or whatever it is, you
Right.
know?
Just you need a
Then you're
vibe, you
stuck
know?
with them the whole trip for all of your meals.
Yep.
And now you have to worry about your dining buddies. Like, what if they're
Yeah.
annoying or weird or whatever the hell or intrusive?
Oh my
There's a million
gosh.
things that could like just set everything off wrong with that. So that is kind of interesting. I wonder why, do you know why they do that?
I think classic cruising, I think it's part of the culture. And I think a lot of people love it who are into classic cruising.
Okay.
Like I know my dad would love it. Like he would love to sit there and small talk his ears off, his own ears and these other people's ears. And not me. I'm trying to eat and gossip with my mom. And here's the other thing that was a real, I would say a real reason. Excuse my cough here. A real reason why I needed to move the table was, wait for it,
Oh, okay. He's drinking a Celsius for those of you listening, and he's coughing.
and
And I'm
coughing,
also having a coughing fit over here too, and I'm not even sick.
not
So
even sick. It's the sea
thanks for
salt,
that.
salt water in my lungs. Is that I like to take a lot of pictures and videos obnoxiously at the table. And I feel bad. I actually feel bad doing that in front of strangers, like who are trying to
Yeah,
have small talk with me.
I get
So
that.
all the reason we were able to move, we just asked nicely at guest services, and they moved us by the next night.
That's cool.
For us, it was just the three of us, I'm assuming, right? Me, you, and our friend Nicole.
Yeah. And like we got lucky on the last trip at least because we had now I feel like I would have remembered their names, Trevor. I don't remember anymore. But
The
we had the two
servers.
servers and they were super fun. Like we got to know their personalities by the end of the trip. You know what I mean? Like it was like we had little jokes and stuff about them and like
Yeah.
it was
Oh, I
fun,
love it.
but yeah,
It's like
but
summer camp and then it goes away. You're in love
yeah.
for like two
Yep.
weeks and then it goes
It's
away.
so true.
I would say they knocked it out of the park when they fixed this for us, though. So shout out to
Okay.
guest services. We went to guest services. I came up with a very vague but specific reason, knowing that they would probably move us if I said, "Oh, I was uncomfortable with some of the conversation at the table." That's all I
Oh,
said. It could have meant anything. He
Mike.
didn't follow up or ask why or anything like that. Uncomfortable meant, oh, to me, someone did actually say something
Oh
about
my God.
not having their phones out. Someone actually said that, but it wasn't targeted at anybody and nobody was as judging anyone at all. These were the nicest people.
Oh
But
wow.
I needed to make sure it was guaranteed because they kept saying it's not guaranteed, but you can ask. So immediately they moved us the next night and they gave us the queerest table dining team you could ever get. And
Oh my
if there is a
gosh. Okay.
right, if there is a way to just request that somehow unoffensively, that would
Right.
be my dream come true. Like the guy Rafa at guest services, he knew what was up when I said I wanted a new table and what I was not even really saying nothing happened, but he was trying to get me a safe LGBTQ inclusive space is what I read
Yeah,
from
after
his
you
face.
said they made you
I know.
uncomfortable, and then you probably thought
Oh
those
my
people were
God.
homophobes or something.
Right? And then what's funny is,
Jeez.
oh God, this is so good. This is totally
You're
stuff that
such a
happens
brat.
only to me. So then me and my mom were like recollecting the small talk conversation from the one dinner that we had with these
Okay.
people. And we came to the conclusion that the one of the mom daughter combo, the daughter was lesbian and had a wife because we're like, duh, she kept saying her wife. So these people were complete opposite of offensive. It was really just that I wanted a private table. So here's my feedback for Disney. Don't put us in a situation where we have to even make something up. Okay.
Yeah, just make it like there's no other Disney restaurants that you have to sit with other people unless it's made like that, like the hoedown stuff or something, like
Right, right. And there's plenty of
yeah.
tables. The late seating, if you're in the second seating, there's almost always a way to be accommodated. So it
Nobody
wasn't
wants
like
to sit with other
asking,
people,
yeah, it's odd. And then going
especially
back
for
full
seven
circle,
nights.
I
7 days, 3 meals a day or whatever it is.
three
No, it's not
meals,
because lunch you
right?
don't have it in the
Yeah,
thing.
just
But still.
dinner. But some people do get up and do the table breakfast, not us. Um, Now here's where I do get my retribution. The gods must be crazy. Krakatoa, Tiki Tora. We have Moana on the ship too, by the way. Uh, the gods got me because the table that we sat next to, now they weren't connected to us, but they are next to us, so you still follow that group. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, you
This
still
is
sit
a
near
new
them.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they ended up moving us to a whole other side of the layout. So I didn't even see those people again, the first people. But
Okay.
they moved us to this new side of the restaurants for the rest of the rotations. And we were next to this group who were really fun. The one lady was Puerto Rican, so um, her and I were like kind of speaking Spanglish to each other when we'd overhear each other's conversations from across. So now I'm like, what do I want in my life, Mike TV?
Now you're
Like,
like shouting, like you're throwing a can in a string to some woman.
yeah. Oh my God. It just seemed more authentic. But I knew right away she was sick. I knew it from the second she
Oh
started talking.
shoot!
Yep. And luckily it didn't come to me till the end of the cruise, but there it is. That's how I got sick.
Oh
Her
my
nickname is
God.
Gloria. I don't know what her real name is, but she was so sweet. And she saw my pearl necklace that I was wearing. I was wearing this necklace with one pearl in a tiny little hot air balloon, the pearl. And she looks at my pearl. This was our first encounter. This is their second night to dinner, my first night next to her. And she turns to me and she says, "Did you get that at Epcot?"
Oh,
And I was
I
like,
love it.
What? I was like, "Yeah. Well, yeah, Japan." And she was like, "Yeah, you took it out of the clam oyster thing." And I was like, "How did you know that?" I was like, "That is crazy." And I just got it like 2 weeks ago.
That's so cool. I'm
Yeah.
glad you finally did that.
Yeah, finally did it. Recognized in the middle of the ocean by the woman who got me sick. She was so sweet. She loved our Disney Holics bracelet, um, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it ended up being a funny sort of uh, karmic retribution, getting sick at the
That's so
end, but
cute. And I
it
I
all
get
worked
that
out.
what you're saying because it is like more organic because you're not just like shoved into someone's face and you have to become friends with them. Like
Yeah,
luck of the draw, like you organically had a connection with her and yeah.
totally. And we would like
Yeah.
say hi and bye at the end of dinner, but didn't talk the whole time necessarily
Right.
because there was that space, that little physical space helps of it between the tables. Now, I was mentioning our dining team. Valeria was our main waiting person, and then Yes was the second waiting person who does the drinks and all that.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh no.
Yess, which reminded me of the
Yeah.
guy from the real world. But Yes was did go by she her. Um, and then Valeria, love her. She's amazing. She does makeup back in Colombia, where she's from. It was her last, we were her last sailing before she gets to go home for Christmas. So she was
Oh,
just
that's
in
so cute.
such a good mood. And like just loving having me and my mom hang out because she was like so excited to go home and see her family. She hasn't seen her mom in like 2 years. So it was
Oh.
just like it was just such a nice turn of events with that group. Really loved it. And then just some more shout outs while I'm here. Asuka from the Cove Cafe. That's that 18 and up coffee shop. My favorite place on the ship. That's where my mom and I kept going. You get those stamps for each drink. So we had several free drinks over the course of a 7 night cruise. And they had tons of holiday spectaculars. They had this one that had ube in it and it was purple, and I was very happy and excited. They had all the matcha lattes, all the alternative non-coffee lattes you could think of, and alternative milks. That is the place to be, the Cove Cafe. And Azuka was really cool. She was from the Philippines, but half Filipino and half Japanese. And she was like a cartoon character. And we would go to the Cove Cafe just for her. And we would wait for her if she was not there yet.
That's cute.
We're like, where's Azuka? So she was cool. And then our homegirl Donna in shopping at the Mickey's main sale and all the shopping, she would find us everything we wanted. She would hook us up with the Filipino discount. And sometimes Filipino discount doesn't mean necessarily monetary. It means like She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wrap these magnets. They don't normally wrap it. I don't want them to break for you guys."
Oh,
That kind of
I
stuff.
love
Like
it.
she hooked it up, you know?
Yeah.
Love that. And she would like wink to us. And then, you know what's so great about the Disney cruise is these cast members, they just show up all over the place. So you get on the island, like Castaway or Lighthouse, and then there they are at that shop too, or giving you
Yep.
the
They're
food
like
there.
serving the
Yeah,
hot dogs and stuff. Like, wait, what?
it's
Yeah.
so crazy. So these folks were so great. I mentioned Rafa guest services. Um, Simone was our like dining supervisor. He was great. I think my mom had a crush on him. He was giving like
Oh.
older James Bond type of even with his like international accent. I don't even know where he's from. He probably traveled the seas for like 30 years and has an international accent. So that was great. But back to more of the dining, the the themed restaurant on this ship was Coco.
Oh,
And for
stop.
yeah,
So
oh my
cute.
gosh, it was Coco. And this is I'm gonna say I hate when people say everything's my favorite or the best. I'm going to say one of the best Disney dining immersive experiences ever created, ever.
Okay.
Hands
Still
down.
pretty good.
Still pretty good. And they carried a storyline over 2 nights because this ship is always programmed for I think 7, 8, or 6 nights like that. So you're always bound to be in Coco twice and bound to be in Marvel twice. And so the
Okay.
Coco story took place over 2 nights. The first night you were bienvenido, you were welcomed into the family and into the Plaza de Coco, and you were preparing for Dia de los Muertos activities. And there's mariachi and good food, and you got to learn about the family members, and you got to catch up with Miguel, who's now older. So they found a way to make
What?
it why you don't have like a 12-year-old child performing. It's
Yeah.
it's like a
Probably a good idea.
19-year-old. Yeah, because
Child
time
labor.
has passed, and now they're also telling the story of how he went to the land of the dead and brought back the music to his family and fixed everything. So they tell you a little bit about that, and then you come back a few nights later, and it's the actual festival. Boom! Like what? If you think it couldn't even get better, it gets even better in the festival. So the merch was good. I got a Day of the Dead head cup sipper thing, and then this really cool mug that's like a traditional mug that you would get in Mexico to put like horchata in. It's like a clay mug, but it has Miguel on it and Plaza de Coco, and you can only get it there. So, oh my gosh, there's so many tangents. I gotta say, the treasure merch game out of this world. It's the best merch I've ever seen. And it's the biggest merch haul I've ever had. I'm going to film something this week. So after this episode airs, I could post my treasure merch haul. But the treasure
Nice.
merch, wow, is just on point.
Very
On point.
nice.
Um, let's see. The food, of course, was good. It's Mexican food. Love it. Uh, World of Marvel. That was the other themed restaurant. You and I did one of the shows already on the Wish, which was like the Ant-Man and the Wasp and
Hmm.
these quantum cores. So that was one of the shows. So still good. What they added was Spider-Man at the end where it looks like he's on in the dining room with you from the screens. He actually is now and runs all the way through, but you can't take pictures or anything like that because it's so fast. But someone in the Spider-Man costume comes out. So I thought that was cool.
You can't get pictures of him?
It happened so fast. Like
Oh, like individual.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I
I thought you meant just like taking pictures of Mike. He's that fast.
it's like Quicksilver.
Only that's a Spider-Man trait, but
I
okay.
was, I was, I noticed it because I was so impressed at how he was wiggling his way out of selfies.
Oh,
Like,
how
like he
funny.
would like use like web shooters or like a motion toward another table and be like, "Well, I gotta help you guys over there," you know? It was just so funny. And I was like, "Oh, I guess you can't take pictures, so I'm just gonna turn on my Ray-Ban Meta glasses and catch some of these."
Nice.
Uh-huh. Not even a sponsored ad, but I will say I used those glasses a lot this trip, so that was nice. The second night of World of Marvel was mixtape trivia with Groot,
Cute.
which I thought was great. It was not in your face, so you could just keep eating and enjoying, but there was like a trivia slideshow on the big screens with giant mixtapes based on different characters. I thought it was well done. I bring it up because when I went into Reddit after, a lot of people were disappointed in this one. I guess they expected like a Guardians of the Galaxy immersive show or something.
Mm.
Whereas I didn't know what to expect. So I just thought, oh, okay. I love Groot and
I
mixtape.
mean, it seems like the Marvel ones so far have pretty much been screen based, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. And really the Coco show is the one that's the dining show. Like,
Okay.
on the Wish we had the Frozen show and then the
Yeah.
Screen Marvel. Yeah. Because technically World of Marvel restaurant is replacing on these newer ships the uh painting
Oh, yeah.
artist palette or
I
whatever
like
it's
that one
called.
better.
I like it better too, and I'm a huge Marvel fan, but I like it better. It feels more Disney. Where they tried to bring some of that back is 1923, which is the normal sort of non-show dining room. There's a
Yeah.
Roy and a Walt. They also had it on the Wish. This one was nice. If you really pay attention and walk through slowly after you eat dinner, so much to look at. I grabbed a whole case of Robin Hood um, uh, things for you that I posted on Instagram because they had all these nice Robin Hood, sometimes not represented as much as he should. It's very
Cute.
nice. And let's see. Oh, Aquamouse. That's the water slide. Fun. Not worth the wait. We waited like 30 minutes for it. It's the same technology as The Wish, but it's a new storyline. It's giving more Indiana Jones, which
Oh,
is cool
okay.
because it's treasure. And let's see, I went to the Periscope Pub. Very impressive. This is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Ooh, yeah. They have a lot of really cool themed things on this boat.
Oh my gosh, the best. So I was watching on, you can look for it on YouTube. It's National Geographic, The Making of the Disney Treasure. And this was before they announced that Singapore ship called the Adventure. And everything you hear about the Disney Treasure, including on board the ship, when you hear about how the design was uh, decided, the theme of the Disney Treasure is adventure. And
Interesting.
they say if the wish was Fantasyland, the treasure is Adventureland.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, no wonder. No wonder we like it so much. Like
Right.
it's just perfect. And then the more I dug into it and watched these documentaries, they also said the Disney Treasure is the one ship of all the ships that was the most written as a love letter to the Disney theme parks.
Oh,
So there you
that's
have
so
it.
cute.
There you have it. This is why before September 2026, we got to get back on this thing because there's so much to experience. I really didn't do all of it. I wanted to both save some for you, and there just wasn't enough time, even with 7 nights.
I know when you messaged me at like day 5 or something, like I still haven't gotten the Haunted Mansion. I was like, would you just go? What the heck are you doing with your life?
Would you just go? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I kept wanting to savor it and like hoard it for the last minute. And then in some ways, I am glad I did, but in other ways, I'm like, oh, I could have been here like 4 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I really don't want to give too many spoilers on that one. There's for those who want to see spoilers, there's plenty online where you could see,
Yeah.
but it is, I don't even know how to explain it. It is like they, it's the bar inside the haunted mansion we always wish they built. Like it feels like
Yeah.
you're inside of it. And they didn't even, um, they didn't, it was not lazy at all. It was the opposite of lazy, where they went above and beyond to create new adjacent storylines that complement the Haunted Mansion lore and the reason why it's on a ghost ship to begin with. Like it just all makes sense.
Okay, now two questions. Do
Yeah.
you think being a Haunted Mansion fan can be a bad thing? Like you be too critical of everything instead of just like, oh, this is cool. Like you're like, what is that? Why would that be here? Do you think
I
it would
would
be like
say
that?
no, no, because you could tell that that's who made it was
It's
that
like very
person.
intentional. Okay.
That hardcore fan made it, somehow made it. They were the
Okay.
Imagineer. Yep.
And
So if
then you were
yeah.
also worried about the crowds. How was it when you finally went?
When I finally went, I got lucky because not lucky, I should say smart. We purposely decided to go at a turning point between like the dinner of the show, and that's a show we decided to skip on purpose. So we got to just sit wherever we wanted. I wanted to sit at the bar. That was the only place that was already packed. But there's so much seating in there, like beautiful design seating. Not like it's big, but I mean the choices, every choice is a good seat. But I think the best experience would be at the bar. So when I go back, we'll do that. But we noticed after our first drink, it just got packed once that show ended. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so you have to be strategic. And that was already night 5 or 6. So it's not like everyone was just looking at it for the first time. It was still packed. Where I hear the Star Wars bar, for example, on other ships does not get that packed by the end of the cruise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they did it right, it sounds like.
They did
Dang
it.
it.
They did
Yeah,
it right.
I really do want to go. So maybe we'll have to figure something out. We'll
Figure
see.
something out. I did mention the a couple things about entertainment. I mentioned the Moana show is like the signature Broadway show on this. I thought it was good. They have Beauty and the Beast. They reimagined it yet again. I don't know what changed because we skipped it. I'm like, I've seen that 1,000 times, so I'm okay not watching that one. But I heard it was good, of course, probably because the quality is really good on these ships. And then they had a Broadway duo, who Lisa de Guzman and Courtney Wolfson of Broadway, New York City Broadway, and they did some adult shows and they did some of the main theater shows. And on night one, mind you, I was coming into this cruise hot off of Wicked for Good.
Oh,
So I'm
shoot.
combined right now with the mix of the two of Wicked and Disney, and I'm like, I even brought a Jack Skellington, but he's wearing a Wicked hat for Christmas, and he was in our stateroom. So I was already in the hybrid mix, and then this Broadway duo, they come on to the stage of Sarabi. Sarabi is like that stage, that main room where they do like the game shows and some of the adult activities. And I zoomed in on their set list because I thought, do I want to stay? I don't love Broadway music that much. Like if it's like show tunes, like okay, I'll listen to it, but I don't need to see it unless it's
Right.
songs I know. So then I zoomed in on with my camera on their set list and I saw that they had 3 Wicked songs on it. And I
Oh,
was like,
shoot.
oh my gosh, I have to stay. And they blew it out of the water. They sang 3 Wicked songs. At the end, they sang For
Impressive to
Good.
hear. Okay.
Yep. It was so good. Like it was the best of both worlds. I was having everything I wanted at once. It was like even the lights of the room changed green and pink for this number they did. And they
Of
sang
course they
For
did.
Good. It was so great. You could tell again, there's always that crossover of Disney and Wicked fans because the crowd went wild. And Lisa de Guzman actually played Elphaba in one of the runs in New York City. So we got to see one of the actual Elphabas who was on Broadway perform this for us with her friend Courtney. So, so magical.
That is crazy. Was she just happen to be there? Or is she there a
She
lot or what? What's her deal?
she was who they had brought on for the main show, and then they were doing these separate adult versions that were not Disney songs just for the 18 and over crowd.
Ah, okay.
And that's when this happened. They did some other like jazz numbers and things that you could tell they probably would like to do like when they're at like those at like Birdland in New York City. It felt like that whole
Right.
vibe. They're like, I just got off of Broadway. I'm done with my show and I'm gonna give you some improv tonight.
Love
It was
it.
like that. It was so good. It was so good. And gosh, I have some miscellany that I'm just going to quickly run through. Pixie dusting. So, you know how we like to do the fish extenders and exchange gifts? I think pixie dusting is the new way to do it, where you don't even bother with finding groups on Facebook to match gifts. You just bring a bunch of gifts and just dish them out until you run out. And that way you don't have to like find the Aladdin toy for Toby that was on the
See, I like
spreadsheet.
doing that though.
Whoops.
I like
Fair enough.
kind of
Fair enough.
knowing, you know why? I feel two things. I feel like A, it's more meaningful, and B, I feel like they're gonna want it or keep it, and it's not just like something
Okay.
they're gonna throw away or put in someone else's
That
pixie
is
dusting.
those are both good points and make sense to why I probably liked it this time because um we planned a week in advance. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even have the opportunity. So I was like, oh my God, let's just pixie dust, just get a bunch of things. So that makes sense to me while why that was convenient, I would say, I guess, for this one. But you're so right about the junk. Like half of the stuff that I got in my fish extender, I loved getting it and I decorated the stateroom with it during, but I like shoved half of it to my mom at the end. And
Yeah.
she just kept it all and just probably just gonna junk up in Arizona in her garage. These are like random rubber duckies and little figurines of things. But there are some useful things like glasses wipes that you might get. I do like the functional things.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. And but yeah, we got tons of pixie dusting. And a lot of people do now leave either their room number or their name, and they'll say pixie dusted by. And if anybody is listening to this podcast because you were pixie dusted by the Disneyholics on this recent Disney Treasure Cruise, welcome to the show, and we're glad to have you. And you must have got pixie dusted by my mom or I on the ship.
Oh, that's right. Didn't you print out like QR codes or something?
I did. I brought
I love
my
it.
Bluetooth printer, printed QR codes, and then said pixie dusted by the Disneyholics. And my mom loves doing this. So we went around the ship
Yes, I
and
love it.
dropping the little toys into people's pockets. Um, we gave out temporary tattoos of Nightmare Before Christmas, and then we had some premium pixie dusting. I'm gonna say, I gave out at least 40 mini wishables, and
Wow.
yeah, they were. I got a deal on these. They were like $9 for an advent calendar of 12,
Oh,
right?
that's huge.
And I
Yeah.
just popped it all open before the cruise, and I didn't wait a day for each window or whatever, and gave them out. Yeah, so that ended up working out really great. And then, the door culture, we love putting up our magnets and our fish extenders. For those of you preparing to go on a cruise, the door culture is real. Get into it. I love it so much. There's times where I'm just like smiling, just walking up and down these narrow hallways, trying to keep my balance. And I'm just like admiring these doors and the effort people put into it and the information, for better or worse, that you can get about the people inside the cabin that they put right outside. Like mine had my mom and my and my mom's face. Like we had a magnet picture of every cruise we went on together. We had it on the door. And
Cute.
so by the end of the cruise, people would say, "Oh, yeah, we've walked by your door. We've seen
Ah,
your
that's cute.
door." Yeah, super cute. So yeah, get into it. Get your magnets beforehand. Bring your magnets. We all get these magnets from Disney parks. This is the time to bring them and throw them on your door. It is also helpful for finding your room when you're lost in the middle of the day or night.
Yes, right? Yeah. Like, oh, there's my face. This must be my door.
Must be the door. And okay, so wait, one quick thing back to Wicked for a second
Oh boy.
because it's very important. Actually, this ties everything together. Back together again. Is did you watch the? It's called Actors on Actors piece with Ariana Grande and Adam Sandler.
No.
Okay, so they did an interview where they interview each other on video, and it's on YouTube. And
That's a great idea.
yeah,
I need
it's
to go
so
watch all of
fun.
these.
It's
That's
so
so
fun.
smart.
And
Oh
it
my God.
actually worked. It helped promote the movie that I didn't know about in that thing. So she was obviously promoting Wicked, and he was promoting Jay Kelly, which is this movie on Netflix that he's in with George Clooney. Went and watched it immediately after. Very good. Wow. It's Adam Sandler like dramatic. Um, but not like over dramatic, like he's still himself, but it's a dramatic role. Anyways, within the first 30 seconds of this interview about Wicked and Jay Kelly, Ariana name drops the Haunted Mansion. And I'm
Ah,
like, what? I was like, what is this? And I was like, immediately have to tell Jen she needs to watch this for so many
I
reasons.
love it.
I know you like her even more because of that. And I was like, no way is she randomly talking about Haunted Mansion.
Yeah,
And
she's
then
just such a Disney holic.
she's such a Disneyholic. Like she
Yeah.
keeps finding ways to bring it back.
Yep.
Disneyland comes back into the conversation like 20 minutes later in this interview. So definitely check that out. And I wanted to say that if I haven't sold you yet, there's one more thing I can sell you on this Disney Treasure Cruise,
Okay.
which is, do you remember the Meet Your Match game?
Meet your match.
And it's like newlywed where the
No. Oh,
couple,
yes.
yeah, the couple gets brought on stage and then one person goes behind. Questions is asked and they have to see if they know how their partner would respond.
Yeah.
And always fun, but I know you and I have never been there with a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I would do that even if I was. It would be so nervous. But they did it on night one, which I thought was awkward because people didn't know each other yet. You're like still just trying to get your bearings. And so that was fun to watch. And I just thought, oh, I wish there was going to be two of them if they already wasted it on White Night one. And then it turns out there was one more and I missed it. But guess what this one was called?
Best Friends Edition.
BFF edition.
Stop, really?
Yep.
That's so fun.
Somebody is reading the feedback. I'm sure people had said that. Like, can it
Yeah, it's
just be
great.
any two people? Could be family members, best friends, sisters, brothers. And I missed it because I didn't understand what it was. I don't know. The title
Yeah.
wasn't clear to me, and I thought I already did meet your match. So next time we are signing up for that one.
Hell
We
yeah.
we have to. I don't even know what the questions are asked, so we would be going in blind.
That's heck of fun. I'm
Yep,
totally down.
love it. So there it is, Disney Treasure. We got to do it.
It's a sign too, because literally last night at like 1 in the morning, I was watching with Samson. We were watching old Newlywed Game from like the 60s and 70s.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
It's so weird, the timing on that. Oh my gosh.
It's a sign.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. See if I
Before
can figure
September
it out.
2026.
I really want to go to Japan, Mike. When am I ever going to go to Japan? I can't be going to Florida all the time
I
and then not
know.
have any time to go to Japan.
The answer is both somehow.
I know. It's the amount of time I want to spend in Japan that's ruining it for me, but it's just what I
That is
want to do.
true. That is true. If you're gonna go that far, there's so much to see,
I
even beyond Disney.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
Sweet. Well, anything else about the Disney treasure?
No, that was it. It was the adventure that they designed it to be, and it was also the thing that got me more into the holiday Christmas spirit because it was all decorated, even down to the Castaway Key beaches and everywhere you went, it was decorated and in theme with the treasure. So the if there were Christmas ornaments somewhere that should match Aladdin or Agrabah, it was within that aesthetic.
That's crazy.
Perfectly done. Yeah, perfect.
Wow. That means they have
Exquisite.
to redecorate every time a different ship comes through there. That's
Oh, I'm sorry.
crazy.
On the ship, on the ship.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. But on the island, it was definitely still islandy. Like it'd be like seashells and stuff in the wreath. Yeah,
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 okay. That makes sense. I was like,
yeah.
good Lord.
No, that would be that's too above and beyond. I
Yeah.
forgive them for not doing it.
Sweet. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, and I am definitely still jealous. And we can talk more later about some offline chat about making plans.
Logistics. Well, you also did some Christmas holiday things recently.
I did, yes. So I was having trouble getting into the holiday spirit this year. I don't know why. I just like maybe it's because I'm away from my usual home, or I don't know what the reason is, but just wasn't really feeling it until last night. This is, we're recording Tuesday, so it was Monday night. And I went to see Jolly Holidays with Noah. And as you all know, I was very much looking forward to this show. Went to the last Noah show and was blown out of the water of my expectations. I was just like, the bar was high for this show because it was set that way at the last show, and he nailed it. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Noah, you are amazing. Um, I first of all, before we start the show, on the way there, we stopped over at the Perry Jackson billboard. Did you see that? I saw
Okay.
you commented on
Uh,
it.
so the Percy Jackson
Oh,
billboard.
what did I say? Perry? I never
Okay.
watched the show.
It's
I
okay.
don't even know what it's
I've never
about.
watched the show. I've never read the book. I think there's also a movie. But it's basically like YA Clash of the Titans set in Harry Potter world where not set in the Harry Potter world, but set in a modern world. I mean,
That is too funny. I wonder if I said Percy on my video. Whoops.
wait, no, yeah, Percy is correct,
I
not
know, but
Harry.
I'm
Oh,
wondering if I said it correctly or not. That's
oh my God,
hilarious.
that's hilarious. But anyways, no, it's so impressive. And it's like one of those things we normally see and think, "Oh, why don't we have that in the US like they'll have in Japan or
Yeah,
China or
Japan always
something."
has all these cool like
Uh-huh.
not even just billboards, but those giant wall like advertisements that are like a town square version, but in Tokyo, right?
Yeah.
So cool. So this one, if you guys haven't seen the video already, look it up, and you guys can see it on the Disney Holics show Instagram as well, because I put a video of it on there. It's basically a billboard, which does not sound exciting. However, it's a video billboard, and it's like 4 or 8K or some ridiculous resolution. It's like beautiful. Daytime, nighttime doesn't matter. You can see it vividly the whole time, which is great. And then they have this crazy like fog and water effects. Like, what is it called? Is it aquatechnics? When they like blow
Ooh,
out water
that
instead of
sounds
like
right to me.
fire. I forget what the actual term is. Maybe that's it. But like they're able to like shoot cannons of water out and then like giant like I don't even know how many millions of gallons that was, like just dumping over like waterfalls off of this billboard. It was just crazy. I'd seen pictures of it, and we are in the AI generation, right? Or I saw videos of it. And we're in this AI generation where I'm like, that is absolutely AI. There's no way. And then I found out it was real and it's close-ish to where we were headed. And we're going up there pretty early to make sure we can, not hit traffic or whatever. So we had some time to kill. We went and checked out the billboard. It was very cool in person. They have a splash zone. Like you have to stand very far back. It's like the water cannons shoot it out all the way into where we were in the dry zone. It was not 100% dry zone either. So like it takes up a lot
That's
of space.
cool. It's
It
cool that
was
it's just
really,
like
really neat.
running without having to have like a press event. Like it's just always on while this is
Yep.
active, right? So
Yep.
cool.
So freaking cool. So that was really neat to see in person. I think like even seeing it online is really cool, and then seeing it in person was just like so grandiose. It's just like, oh my God, this is
Wow.
crazy. Super cool. I hope that things like that keep happening. Like I've been loving all these like pop-ups they've been doing throughout the last like decade or so. So hopefully we get more really cool like immersive type of things like that, which is really really cool to see. But anyways, after that we went to the Jolly Holidays with Noah, and this show was completely focused around original Disney holiday music content, right?
Wow.
So no like Disney's rendition of Sleigh Bells or something, right? It's like all original Disney songs that have to do with Christmas time. And there were so many songs I didn't know. So I love that because you're actually like learning stuff too. You're not just hearing the same old. And he said it at the top of the show. He's like, you go to these holiday events and you hear the same 25 songs that you hear at every other holiday event. He goes, this one you're going to hear zero of those songs. I'm like, and everybody's like cheering. Um, but he went through all the decades of Disney parks, Disney live video, action, movies, anything that had to do with Disney over the years. So he really like encompassed everything into an hour long or hour plus long show where he did the singer-songwriter thing again, where he's out there playing on the piano and had special guests as well. So it was just wonderfully done. Some of the highlights for me where he did, and I wish I had written it down. He had a real clever title for this, but it's basically like, on the 12 days of Christmas, my true love gave to me. But it was like something like on the 12 days of Christmas, Disney gave to me, something like that.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
all these things that he's gotten from Disney, but they were really comical. So some of my favorite ones on there was he had 6 Earl sandwich, and he talked about, he's like, okay, we need to just pause here. And he started talking about the whole like path that Earl of Sandwiches had to go through at the Disneyland Resort, and they've actually been in 6 different locations at poor places. So funny. But for those who are locals and like super nerdy, it's like one of those things that everybody else will be like, why do you care? But we all get that are in the
Speaking of,
room.
I'm still waiting for this Portos, which they just barely announced, and Earl of Sandwich is part of the Portos saga as well.
Yeah, they're taking over the Earl of Sandwich location. So
Oh,
that's finally starting to do construction for Portos, evidently.
I like that. That local lore that people would know.
Right. Yeah. I was just like so deep cuts. It was so fun. And then the big 5 golden rings moment was 5 guys named Bob. And it was like all the Bobs from Disney. It was just like
Oh, that's good. That's good.
so funny. And if you aren't deeply into Disney culture, you wouldn't get a lot of the show, but you would still have fun because it was just high energy. There was all again, like he has this great mix of including the audience in this way to where it's not necessarily audience participation, but he gets us like involved. Like we feel like he's talking directly to us instead of just performing for us. Does that make sense? It's kind of hard to
Yeah,
explain.
yeah.
But he would like laugh at his own, like he would fumble on something, for instance, and he would just like laugh about it with us. And it just is very organic, engaging, and like real. It just felt really real. So so much fun. Hats off to him for another great show. I can't wait for more. He did have some guests on the show I wanted to mention as well. He had Zach Timson, who is a current Disneyland employee, but he's so fun. He's also in the same type of industry as Noah is, and he's going to be an Imagineer very soon. He's already hired on, but hasn't started his position yet. He's currently a Jungle Cruise skipper and a Main Street vehicle operator. And
Ooh.
he once again, I mentioned it last time, he once again offered all of us to come ask for him and get a special cruise on the Jungle Cruise. So I need to find him. I need to like figure out how to find him because Fargo and I have tried numerous times and we just feel like weirdos, like constantly asking for this guy that we don't really know at all. So
Well, I have a feeling now that uh the Disney Holics have made an appearance at one of the shows he guested at. I bet you're able to get a hold of him and try to find out what ship he's sailing or
did you look in
which
our DMs? Because yeah,
maybe. And I'm like, who's this? Okay, very cool, very cool. Now I'm jealous that I don't
shout out
have
to
anyone
Zach.
to request on the East Coast. That seems so fun.
Right, I know. He's such a character that I want to see what he would make the junk cruise feel like. So
Very
definitely
cool.
trying to get that before he leaves. Then they also brought out Robrock, I believe it's pronounced. She's the current voice of Minnie Mouse. Just like
Oh,
out of nowhere, comes out on stage and sings a song. Like, what? Okay, this is like Disney royalty. Awesome. Tiff Mink was there. She did some hard ass holiday trivia. April, who's sitting next to me, like nudged me, like elbowed me. And she's like, "You better know all of these." I didn't know any of those, like literally any of those. She always comes through with some like really good hard trivia. And yeah, people in the audience knew most of them. She did stump us, I think, two times though. So
wow.
she has some good stuff. And there were some really fun prizes that they gave out too. Super, super cute. And then out of nowhere, this is the big one for the room. Dan Povenmire, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Povenmire. He is one of the creators of Phineas and Ferb. And you may have seen him on Instagram. He's super involved in the Disney community, which is really fun. He's actually done autographed cartoon strips that he's put in the zoetropes inside the Art Academy. What's it called? Art
Our okay.
Academy of
Right, right,
Art.
right,
No,
right.
that's San Francisco.
Art of Imagination, Art of Animation, or is that the
Oh,
name of the
thank you.
hotel?
No, that's the
That's the
hotel.
hotel, right? Yeah. Animation Academy. Anima.
Animation Academy. Thank you.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
yeah.
God. That's so funny. So down in that library, he puts the Zoetrope strip in there and it's autographed by him, and you could just go grab it if you find it first. So cool. I just love,
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
So he's like really into it along with us, the rest of us, right? So super fun. He showed up, he sang a song as, oh dear. Um, oh, I almost knew his name. It's the bad guy from Phineas and Ferb. Do you watch Phineas and Ferb?
Oh, the doctor, the mad scientist
Yeah,
thing. Nope, don't
that
watch it.
guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
The
I
one
forget
that
his
they
name.
brought on to Oogie Boogie Bash
Yes,
randomly,
I even met
right?
him at
Yeah.
Oogie Boogie Bash. I can't remember his name, but he sang a song as him that is called, I think it's called I Actually Do Like Christmas, or I Really Do Like Christmas. I think that's what it was. So cute. Um, Gonzo was there. Gonzo came out and sang some
What?
songs from
From
the
the
Muppet
Muppets?
Christmas Carol. Yep.
Ooh. Okay, side note, Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I would have never.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't even know if I've ever said it out loud now that I'm hearing it. It's probably just read it.
Yeah, I could match the picture to the name, but probably have never
Yeah, I
said it.
can
So
totally picture him. I have no idea how to say his name. That's so funny. Um, And
Wow,
last but certainly,
Gonzo. That's a cool one.
I know, so cool. And they sang stuff from Muppets Christmas Carol. Shut up, it's so cute.
Oh,
And last but certainly not least, just like the Disney treasure after you're done sailing, he came over and visited us. Santa Claus. Santa Claus was there.
dun dun.
Oh, and the Ghost of Christmas Past was there as well from the Muppets Christmas
Ooh.
Carol.
Oh,
So fun.
that's good. That's a really
Yep.
good combo of Disney fandom and holiday spirit into one show.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. They did such a great job. There was such a good flow with the show. Like there were no weird moments where we felt like, okay, is there like an intermission? What's going to happen? There's none of those moments I've had at other types of shows. It just like kept going and it was perfect. It was just like, I don't know, we were engaged the whole time.
Wow.
He would do some medleys of holiday songs and like everyone would kind of like shout out and cheer for like the stuff they remember the most, or the things that they like the most out of all of it. Um, Overall,
That's
just
great.
a really, really,
That's
really
great.
good time. And I had moments, like multiple moments in the show where I just like would pause and kind of just look around and I'm like, this is what I want. Like this is honing into exactly the type of event that I, as a Disney holic, want to attend, right? Like he talked to me after the show too, and he's like, there's lots of Disney content and shows out there that are made for kids or families. And then there's ones that are made for adults that are like a little more like high level tip of the iceberg, like or bigger, grander, like kind of like a fancy scale or something. Not maybe not fancy, but like it's just like this big show. I don't know how to explain it. But then you hone into a show like this, and it's like this is made for a bunch of nerds getting in a room and getting excited together. And that is what I love so much about these shows. And that's what I want to do again. It literally made me like question like the whole ride home I was talking to Fargo, like, should I get back into event planning? Like it makes me want to create more of these events too. And now that I'm down here, there's more Disney holics around, like in the
Yes,
area.
please. And
So
guess
like
what? You have the best Golden Globe nominated Disney podcast ever. We should be doing Disneyholics events all the time, especially because you love doing those.
is that the announcement? Is this how you're telling everybody?
That is the big announcement. Did you know they added podcasts to the Golden
I
Globes
did not
officially?
know that.
They officially added it this year, and in my dream, we were nominated as one of those podcasts.
I
Yeah,
love that dream. That's
yep,
great.
yep. And it now means we need to do events.
It does. I think we should.
We
I wish
should.
you lived a little
Yeah.
closer.
And especially with folks like Noah, who was on episode 263, if anyone wants to hear how he puts these shows together, he was one of our special guests. Yeah, just getting our Disney Holics folks together to do something would be great.
It would really, really be fun. Um, Also, completely forgot to talk about our costumes. And I mentioned Fargo. I'm like, oh my God,
Ooh.
I skipped right over the costumes. So this time, there's actually a decent amount of people that were dressed in either holiday gear or a lot of Phineas and Ferb bounds because he kind of snuck out a little bit that there might be a surprise coming. So I think all of us kind of had a hint that we might see Dan there. But that was really nice to see. But the two of us, Fargo and I, got together and we're like, what to us is Christmas at Disneyland? Like we both are park people. Like what to us is Christmas? I'm like the Christmas fantasy parade, like all day, every day, right? And I'm not even a parade person, but that has just been around for so long that it's like a staple, right? And I've always loved the reindeer. So I
Yes.
dressed up like a freaking reindeer for the show. Um, and then Fargo, oh my God. She wanted to be an elf and it was super cute. Like her ideas were super cute, but I was just like, no, elf is just gonna be like, it's not gonna hit the spot of like what's unique to the Christmas fantasy parade. And so she pulled together out of nowhere, left field, this snowflake ice skater girl from the show. And she even had a giant ice snowflake for her back.
Wow.
And it was so cute. She got so many compliments. She's definitely the star of the show for the costume wise.
I saw some video
Um,
on our Instagram, and her movement was that of a snowflake
right?
moving through the air. Yeah.
Right? She was in character. Definitely. It
But I
was
gotta say, the
it's very
reindeer was
cute.
also good because the reindeer, the Disney Christmas parade reindeer is pretty iconic. It's like it makes me think of like a gay reindeer, if that makes sense, like walking and dancing. I don't know. I just always know what that is. It's like it's as popular as like the Thanksgiving Macy's parade or something. There's like a
Right.
certain
Yeah. Yeah.
aesthetic to it. Yeah.
And I wish I had done the old school reindeer. Do you remember the older ones where they look like goofy and they have their tongues all hanging out? Like maybe I'll up it sometime in the future, but
Up it up.
it was really fun doing the costumes and it was just super cute. So, a very nice get me into the holiday spirit night out in Hollywood on a Monday. It was crazy.
Wow.
10 out of 10, 5 stars. Noah, hats off. Amazing. And with that said, I have a couple of things coming up that I'm excited about. I just wanted to chat about real fast. One is I'm going to a Jolly Holiday, which is
Uh,
like obviously the theme here, right? But this is an event at D20 or by D23 at the Walt Disney Studios. It sounds like more of a mixer than anything. Like it's like a big, like a mixer on crack. Like it's
oh.
just like an open area in the
Oh.
studio that has all these like photo ops and just stuff that you can like free roam and do. It's not necessarily like the other D23 events where you sit in a theater for a talk and then you go on a tour or something. It's like very much just like go and have fun and there's different things you can move around and find to do. So I'm checking that out. They've been doing it for a little while, I think at least a few years, if I'm not,
Now, where
it
did
might
you
even
say
be
this
more.
was?
When?
Where?
This is at the studios in Burbank.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I've always heard good things from other friends that have gone. And so, and there's decent amount of people that are going to be there. So I'm like, well, that's what I'm doing. So I'm
Yeah.
going there this next weekend. And then this is one of the saddest things about moving down here was that Fat Cat Swinger is did not play for Festival of Holidays this year. And I was so bummed. I'm like, why as soon as I move here, can I not go see them like 4 times a week, right? It's like, oh, I would have gone to every single night that they played. But they did not play. However, they are having a holiday show on the 20th at the Cicada Club. Have you ever been there? Because I know you used to live down
Ooh,
here.
no, but I like the name of that.
So it is this beautiful club and it's like very art deco. It just looks like gorgeous. And I've always wanted to go there. I've seen so many swing dance events at this place and I've just never gotten to go to this venue. So I'm very excited for seeing Fat Cat and the Cicada Club on the 20th. If anybody wants to go, look Fat Cat Swingers Instagram. And if you are a fan of our intro music, that is Fat Cat Swingers. So you'll have a good time at this show.
Table for two.
Table for
Da-da-da-da.
two, that's right. You can get a table for two at the Cicada Club,
There
huh?
you go. I heard it's buzzing.
Ooh, I
Zzz.
heard it is too. That's on the 20th. You guys should all come. I'm definitely going to be there and dressed in my holiday finest. And then I'm having these weird feelings of like, oh my God, now I live down the street from Disneyland and I'm going to be blocked out the whole holiday season. So I'm
Yikes.
going the last Saturday and Sunday around it, and I'm very excited about that. Just like gonna close it, and then Monday they cut everybody off. So I'm
Now,
like,
are you okay with that, or would you upgrade to get the rest of those days, or is it so crowded anyways? What are your thoughts on missing those holidays?
so typically the last few years it hasn't been wildly crowded like it used to get pre-COVID. Like remember pre-COVID, it was
Oh,
just like insane. In the
yeah,
last
yeah.
couple years, at least I can't really remember last year. But I don't think it's been that crazy. But right now, honestly, I could go in any type of day and it doesn't even bother me anymore. So yeah, I'd still
Oh,
go.
you'd still go.
Um, I used to never care about it because like traveling during the holidays and to get all the way to LA just for a busy park was like
Right.
frustrating. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't care about those weeks anyway. I'll be so busy at home. But now that I live down the street, it's a little tough
Yikes.
for
Now,
sure.
logistically, can you upgrade to
No,
go?
there's
You
no
can't.
option.
Ooh, I hate when Disney doesn't even give us an option to get what we
I
want.
know.
Why,
What
yay,
is it like
yay.
in Disney World? Do you guys have the season blocked out too?
I'm pretty sure I'm blocked out, yeah, for the one I have. I have the DVC one, and it's also the same one that Florida residents get. Um, but it hasn't impacted me yet, except for I think randomly I was like, oh, I'm gonna go on Thanksgiving because I have nothing to do during the day, and I couldn't.
Oh, right. Okay.
because I was blocked. But it's just far and few between. And but I think I had the same thought process as you, as I didn't live here at the original time I got the pass. So
Yeah.
it wasn't even an issue. Yeah, but now I'm like, oh, I'm
Right.
here. I wish I could go.
It's like,
Um,
it's like right there.
right
And
there.
I'm staying home for the holidays. I decided to just stay local. I mean, we're going a couple days, like probably like 2 or 3 days we're going to travel, but I have like 2 weeks off of work. So it's like,
Oh, that
uh,
could be nice. Well, now's your time to explore more of Knott's Berry Farm. I think you mentioned that a few episodes
oh,
ago.
maybe we'll see. We'll see about that.
We'll see.
But
That's a stretch.
anyways, I'll be posting on those upcoming days, some fun holiday end of Magic Key availability time. Anything upcoming for you
Anything upcoming for me?
that you want to mention at
Nothing.
least?
Yeah, nothing really Disney special. I think for me, it's probably going to be further pursuing getting you and possibly Nicole on the treasure ship so I can lock that in before
Is that going to
September
be your New Year's resolution?
2026. Yes. It's not even been a full week and I'm already withdrawing.
Oh, that's the hardest time though.
Oh,
Let's be
true. I
real.
guess so. Yeah. Like when you
From
have to start
any
making
trip.
your own food too. Like what?
You're like, what is this DoorDash? Like, I just want to
DoorDash?
go upstairs 3 flights and have all the shrimp I want.
All the shrimp. Oh, I have to make my own hot green tea. It's not just there upon my arrival at dinner
Unbelievable.
time with our fabulous dining team, Valeria, and yes, name drop them one more
Unacceptable.
time.
Yes, double S. I love it.
Yes, double S.
All right. Well, today we talked all about the Disney treasure and Mike's merry time on the Atlantic Ocean. And
Ooh.
then we also traveled over to Hollywood and visited with Jolly Holidays with Noah, his amazing show.
Well, thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed episode 265 of the Disney Holics Show.
Follow us on social media at the Disney Holics.
And if you want to get in touch, send us a DM on Instagram or contact us at thedisneyholics.com.
Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye.